how's it going? It's that nerd Ryan here, and today we are going to be discussing 5 characters from Marvel Comics that I don't think we'll see in the MCU. One of these does have a caveat to it, but we'll get to that when we get there. So there's been like a lot of characters in the MCU that are cameoed or mentioned or something like that. And then of course a lot of famous characters in the MCU as well. Now, Marvel Comics has been around for a very long time, and they've introduced a melody of characters that they even probably forgot about. So I picked characters that are relevant in the comics, possibly still relevant, maybe relevant in the past, but are not relevant or prevalent enough to warrant something in the MCU. That could be debated with a few of these on this list. However, I'll give reason to it. So without further ado, let's start at number 5, which is the Jackal. So for those of you who don't know, the Jackal is a Spider-Man villain who was a professor that was obsessed with Gwen Stacy, and after she died, he cloned her, but he also cloned Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker. This is how we got Ben Reilly, Kang, the Clone Saga, and he also reappeared, sort of, in the Clone Conspiracy. He does appear as Dr. Miles, but also as Ben Reilly. Why I don't think we'll get the Jackal in the MCU is we might get the character of Dr. Miles. However, I don't think we'll get the Jackal as a character. The Clone Saga and the Clone Conspiracy are very controversial, and just the fact of getting a character that just clones people in the MCU would be very controversial, and it's already getting to the point where Phase 4 was very hit or miss, and same with Phase 5. So I don't think they're going to take their time in a Spider-Man movie in the MCU of creating this Jackal character fully. Like I said, there might be like a college class where he meets the alternate identity of the Jackal, but I don't think it'll ever develop into an actual character or villain. Next is Genki. This is one where I feel like there would be a lot of uproar in me saying this, just due to the fact that we have a feeling we're going to get Miles in the MCU. Why wouldn't we get his best friend? And that's simply for the fact of Ned Leeds. I feel that Ned already kind of fills the Genki role, and I feel that if we were to introduce Miles with Genki, that it would kind of feel redundant and feel that Miles is way too much like Peter. Just for the fact that they both have best friends that are of Pacific Islander descent and are overweight and are goofy. I feel that if they were to use that, then it would literally just kind of be like, well, Miles and Peter are interchangeable with their friends and stuff like that. So I just feel that they either would create a new character or maybe give Miles Harry Osborn. But yeah, I don't think that we would get Genki in the MCU when we do get Miles. Next is Crimson Dynamo. Crimson Dynamo was in that situation of having the identity as an Easter egg or background cameo, however you want to call it, because Whiplash's father was Crimson Domino. However, I don't think we will see an actual Crimson Dynamo in the MCU. The only chance that we would probably see it is Armor Wars, but I feel that that is such a personal Iron Man villain that Rhodey fighting him would not do it justice. So I don't think we would get Crimson Dynamo in the MCU, basically because we missed that in the Iron Man saga, and also with him already being introduced in Iron Man 2 as Whiplash's father. Number 3, this is where I think we would get an Easter egg of this character, maybe as like just background something, or background noise or something like that. Herbie. So for those of you who don't know, during the animated version of Fantastic Four, people were afraid that the Human Torch would inspire kids to light themselves on fire, so they had to get rid of him. And they replaced him with a little friendly robot named Herbie. Obviously, I don't think they'd use Herbie in the Fantastic Four. They might use him maybe as like an AI, like Jarvis or something like that, but I don't think that we'll get a actual floating computer head like Karen from SpongeBob looking thing flying around in the Fantastic Four movie. Like I said, I could see an Easter egg maybe repurposed as like a Jarvis sort of AI, something along that lines, but I don't think we'll get Herbie. And number one, this was very debated between any type of Gwen Stacy, but I specifically honed in on Gwenpool. I feel that she is a very popular character in the comics, but if you were to walk up to some random person that just knows MCU films, they wouldn't know who Gwenpool is. So basically she is and she isn't the Gwen Stacy version of Deadpool. That was how they originally thought of her, but then she kind of became this meta character. I feel that making a meta character besides Deadpool in the MCU would be, again, like I said with Genki, very redundant. I could see there being a Spider-Gwen cameo. I could see there maybe being a Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man 4 or so on and so forth. But I don't see Gwenpool appearing at all. But yeah, so that's my list. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Please leave a like and subscribe and ring that bell. And follow me on all my social media down below. It's that Nerd Ryan, signing off.